maybe 7 months. And with our legacy box, like Remy said, it's a work in progress, and we started at the end of last year, working on them. So far with Wahpeton's legacy box, we got Dr. Leo Amani, and he wrote a short story on Iktomi, and that's one of our tricksters that from our creation stories. So that's a write-up that we have in there. We also have quill work done by Ashley Wilson, and she's a community member of Wahpeton Dakota Nation as well. And then we have beadwork that's coming. We have Penny Wadidika, elder in our community, who's doing the star quilts. And Kayleen Wadidika, she finished 10 ribbon skirts for the youth that are in the homes. And then we have also tea dresses that are being made by Stella Wadidika. And then Elaine Wadidika is also doing 2 beaded moccasins for a female and a male youth. So those are some of the stuff that we're working on. And then we also have Denise Tatchin she's one of our elders. She wrote how she learned her Dakota language growing up as a youth. And then I'm pretty sure we'll be utilizing every single elder from Wahpeton to share any of their traditional stories, as well as any teachings that they want to share with or youth in care. So those are some of the stuff that we're working on right now, and feel free to come and see our legacy boxes outside. Thank you.
Atam skutna no ako magantik. Kakyo imiwapam tukuk. Pepiakan nas kamutno kapitotie tanots. Niawa pokotim sigason. I greet you all, my relatives, on this beautiful day. I thank each and every one of you for coming here, taking time out of your lives. My name is owns a roan horse, but we shorten it down to Wapokatim, that means roan horse. Imagya magaju knusta. I also come from the Dakota Nation and Aoninen, White Clay, and 2 beautiful communities that I grew up on. And I always like to explain that because a lot of our people like to close themselves off to one nation. But for myself, I grew up in 2 beautiful communities. One being Nihilpatnuk, that's Paipat, and the other one's Ani Nakine Hitan, and that's White Clay and Dakota Nation, which is known as Fort Belknap, Montana. And growing up in these communities, I was blessed to grow up around a lot of our elders and our knowledge keepers. And from that, I got to listen, ask a lot of questions, and it was time. It's putting in time with them and enjoying that time with them. So all the kids and all the people that are here today, whether you're listening or not listening, visiting amongst each other, there's going to be something that you're going to take from this conference, something beautiful. And I'm just going to be repeating some of the things that my other coworkers just mentioned to you guys about the legacy boxes in the front. But for myself, I'll explain a little bit about what I know about it. But I want to thank the lady in the back there. If she's back there, her name is Liz Pratt. You guys should give you a round of applause to Liz Pratt. You know, this is for me, this is her idea, her vision. And I want to thank her for thinking about our children that are in care, for our people that don't know about their communities. And this is an awesome, brilliant idea. And for me, I just take that idea and I run with it. And they're incomplete. And for me, I think they're always going to be incomplete because there's more things that we can put into it. As more workers come, as this vision, as this dream continues on, there's going to be more things that are going to be put into each box. But from my understanding, if we have children people that are unfamiliar with their communities, where they come from, whether they come from Wood Mountain, where they come from Beardy's, Okamesis, they come from Wapayton, Paipot, Standing Buffalo. Our children, when they go into these receiving homes, a lot of them don't know who they are, where they come from, their families, what might be. But from that, these boxes will have a little bit of information about their people, about their Wakoto, and about their Tayushpa, about their family, about their lineage, their kinship, about anything. Actually, there's their people. And in the box, there's going to be information about this is where Standing Buffalo came from, how it came to be, who is their leaders, why our people did this, what's a teepee, what do we use smudge for, sage and sweetgrass. Different information that they're not going to tell them the whole story, but they're going to give them a little piece, and that little piece is going to connect them to their identity. I think through that vision of what Liz has through this legacy box, and it just doesn't have to be about old times, it can be about modern times too. And using their imaginations about the stories. So and as a liaison for QBOW, and I work at a Paipot, so for that, I get the chance to visit with our knowledge keepers in our communities, get to interview them, tell them stories. And for that, I get the stories. I get to hear their beautiful messages, and then I get to repeat those things to our children and our people, So that's the blessing behind this. We're learning as we go, and this QBOW and being a cultural liaison for QBOW is a blessing. It's a beautiful job. I love my job because we're doing cool things like this. We get to bring everyone together, how we should be, being good to one another, helping each other, loving one another, no matter where you come from, what community come from. We're all out there joking. We're out there visiting each other, being good to one another. And all the messages that we're going to be receiving here is above and beyond beautiful. And for myself, when I was a teenager or a child, I was the same way. I was in and out the door, but I was also listening. So I encourage you all, come ask questions about the legacy box. Some of them are like sort of incomplete, but some of us want to finish up on some things with it. Then we'll be able to put them in our receiving homes for our children. But again, I want to thank QBOW. I want to thank Liz. I want to thank everybody. And it's been some time. I know we were supposed to get these done long ago, but for me, I think we're taking our time, and the time is just moving at its own pace. I think we're just moving along with it. Whenever it happens, it happens. Mi'opaike. Mi'opaike. When it's meant to be in a good way. So with that, my relatives, I love each and every one of you. And take in, just like what Brock was saying, taking it, take it all in, take this in. For the adults here, for the chaperones, security, everybody, I thank you all. I was going to come up here and start telling some dad jokes, but they probably won't be that good, But I want to thank Isidore. You guys give a round of applause to my supervisor, Isidore. He's been working really hard around here, running around and making sure everything's there. Everybody, again, can you give a round of applause to all of QBOW for me? All of the ladies in the back, the organizers, Amber, Randy, everybody. Everybody deserves a round of applause. And geez, I thank you all. So come check out the legacy box. When I get in trouble, I just say my name's Rod Isnana. And when I get wickedly in trouble, I just say my name's Isidore Parman. But thank you guys. Have a good day. Kakyo no wako magna kai hai.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm just want to introduce myself. My name is Rod Ishnana. I am the cultural liaison worker for Standing Buffalo, Tutankanaji. And I just wanted to let you know that, within our legacy box, we have some history of Standing Buffalo. What we're trying to do now is we're trying to get some interviews going with our elders so that they can share stories. They can share songs. If they would like, they can share ceremonies. And this is not going to be just for QBOW. It's going to be for the youth. And I'm hoping our communities can eventually get one of these as their own, just so that, we are losing our elders. We are losing our libraries, our recorders, our story keepers, our ceremony keepers. It'd be nice to have this continuous, because with those ceremonies, with those songs, with those teachings is our language. And that's the most important part of our communities. So if we can get more of those stories coming out, we can learn about our history, we can learn about our family ties. And being from Standing Buffalo, I'm continuously finding out my family lineage, not only in Saskatchewan, but also in the United States. I was recently contacted by a gentleman down in Crow Creek, South Dakota. Apparently we're related, fourth cousins. His name is Sam Wounded Knee. And I wouldn't have met him if I didn't go on the Dakota 38 +2 ride. So I was able to meet a lot of family, a lot of relatives, a lot of friends, not only in Montana, Fort Peck, Fort Kip, Poplar, but also down in Crow Creek, Standing Rock, and in Siston. But our legacy box contains a lot of items that were made from our community members. We have a medicine ball that is put in place inside our legacy box, which is utilized for our coming of age ceremonies. We also have a lot of beadwork in there from community members that have donated their time. Moccasins, we have a star quilt. We also have a lot of stories inside there as well. We have little beaded butterflies. We have I guess there's stories behind some of these this beadwork. But stop in, come take a look. And for those of you that are the youth that are around, I was telling my sons that if you go into some of these stations, listen to some of these speakers talk, there's a lot of lessons to be brought up in those. If you can just go in and listen. And that's the hardest thing about being who we are, is just taking the time to listen. And if we can listen to what these people are talking about, whether it be suicide, grief and loss, if we start listening about those, then maybe we can become the ears that maybe our relatives, our friends that don't have that person that they can talk to. We can become those people. And that'll make us stronger. That'll make that bond stronger with not only with us, but with those people that we're listening to. So with that, I want to thank Theo for being here. I'm a huge fan. Thank you so much for being here, for attending pipe ceremony with us. I'm very grateful that you're here and for your message to our youth and to everybody else that are here. And your book is amazing. So thank you very much, everybody. Hope you have the rest of a good week, and we'll see you again.
I know a lot of people are already gone. We have our breakout sessions now. So in this room, we're going to have Theo Fleury. And then in the next room over, that's where the fashion show preparation is taking place. And we have Heather Boucher in there. And then from this is 1 p.m. to 1:45. We'll have Robin Morin in the Canadian room with mental health. And then in the courtyard room, we have the Winter Stories by Beardy's Nokomasis Cree Nation. In the Manitoba room, we have Beading. And then Brass Lantern, we have Paulette Potra with the 2SL GBTQ. So that's from 1 to 1:45. Then we're going to switch from 1:55 to 2:40. Theo Fleury will still be in here. And then we'll have Heather Boucher in the next rooms as well. Robin Morin will still be in the Canadian room. And in the courtyard room, we will switch to Wakbeton Winter Stories. Beading will continue in the Manitoba room. And then in the Brass Lantern, we will have Preston. I can never say his last name, so I'm not going to try. But he'll be in the Brass Lantern room. And I'm sorry, Preston, I still love you. You're going to have to teach me how to say your last name. It's 2SLGBTQ. So those are for the afternoon, 2:40 to 2:50. We're going to have a nutrition break. So you guys can, a lot of them have proceeded to their rooms. And so here is Theo Fleury in this room.
All right, thank you guys for joining here. We are live back here at the 2023 Youth Summit here in Saskatoon at Saskatoon Inn. And Theo Fleury will be speaking here, saying a few words. We're just on a break right now. Everyone's going to their breakout sessions. We have a bunch of other things going on here in the agenda. Pretty exciting day, and I want to thank QBOW here for bringing IOPS here to live stream this event. And yeah, just once again, I hope you guys are enjoying today's show. This is live on IOPS on YouTube and the IOPS.ca Empowering Indigenous Success Facebook page. And we are just waiting right now here to get going. Theo Fleury will be talking, and I think he's doing a meet and greet, eh? Meet and greet. So you guys did hear his story this morning. Pretty interesting guy. We are at the Saskatoon Inn right now. I know it's a little chilly. For those that are at home right now, stay home because it's cold. Enjoy this conference. Right, perfect. Uh, but yeah, once again, you guys, we're live here at QBOW. Saskatoon in, enjoying ourselves. Are the keys in there? Just checking if keys are there. Awesome. Maybe we'll get you to. Are you one of the youth here? Oh, maybe we'll. You want to do an interview maybe later? Okay. I'm gonna see if I can get some youth here to sit down with me and we can talk about their experience, where they're from, if they're enjoying the time off right now. It is. I think it's reading week. Is that what they call it? It's February break anyway. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, I think they just call it reading week this week, February. No one really actually reads during the break. It's just a break. Yeah, yeah. So there you guys go. Theron Fleury, aka Theo Fleury, played with the Calgary Flames and New York Rangers and won a Canada gold medal at the Olympics. Won a Stanley Cup. Kind of an all-around deadly guy, Métis. And he's going around speaking. And here he is today, invited by QBOW, Child and Family Services, Inc., to do a talk here as well. Just trying to see where we are here. Gonna chat with him here in a bit. Maybe I'll be able to interview him. We'll see. I'm not sure how he works or if his publicist will let him. But yeah, live here, you guys. If there's any questions here, and for those that are watching, feel free to ask them, and I'll see if I can get them to answer some of those. But we're just on break here, and then he'll come up. All right, we're going to bring another camera in here right now. Mute that mic there. So this is kind of what's going on as well. We got Theo Fleury in one room, and then we have some breakout rooms as well. So what you guys are looking at is some crafts. A lot of stuff going on here. Theo Fleury on the left doing a meet and greet, and then we have Craft there, and everyone's saying hello.
Hello from Wood Mountain.
One Mountain, how you doing? How you doing there?
Oh, yes, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, so tell me real quick about what you got going on there.
Okay, so this is the Wood Mountain Lakota Legacy Box. And what we have here is this box. We came together as a community to
Yep.
represent identity in the Lakota Nation. So all of my relatives, we came and we grabbed different items that help our children to know who they are. This was written by an uncle of mine, Victor Lethbridge. Another uncle of mine, the late Stan Lethbridge. We have the Beat Pod by Tania Wakawan, one of our female ancestors. And then, of course, we have the great Tatanka Ayutanka, our grandfather. The legacy of him lives on through this box. And so we hope that our children, when they see this, they have identity and proud to be a Lakota.
Wow, that is awesome. So doing anything to preserve the culture and the language. What steps are being taken as well to preserve the Lakota language?
Well, the Lakota language, Lakota Yapi, is very important. And there's a group of me and my relatives, we're trying our hardest to meet with the old ones, to travel around down to the south to meet with relatives. But most importantly, what we're trying to do is learn it through prayer and ceremony. We're trying our best and through our prayers and through song to bring that language to give us identity. So there's a group of us at Wood Mountain, and if anyone would like to help, please come help us. We appreciate it.
Well, there you go. Thank you for this little impromptu interview.
For sure. Have a good day.
Thank you. Hi. All right, so there we go. We're going to be moving on now. We got Candace here is our camera woman. She's showing all the neat stuff there that's going on. And we are live here, you guys. There's at the 2023 Youth Summit here in Saskatoon at the Saskatoon Inn here. QBOW, Child and Family Services, putting this on. And so we got Honoring the Buffalo, Plains Cree legend. And speaking of that, we were live here a couple days ago at Mosquito, Grizzly Bear, Head Leman, the Nakota, bringing the buffalo back to their land. So that was something else. You can actually watch that on YouTube as well, my YouTube channel. And we did go live with that. So pretty cool here, what's going on here with the QBOW, with the language and the Youth Summit series here. We got Reflections of the Past, got some cookums and mushums there. Kiski Siwin. My Cree. How do you say that, Candace? How do you say that?
Giskisiwin.
There you go. Willow Cree Elders, Beardies, and Okamasas First Nation. There's a braid of sweetgrass there for a quick smudge. Got some sage. Elders and beer. Yeah, that's nice. Let's go check out the breakout room there. Let's see what's going on there. We got the youth going on, and go to the breakout room. Yeah, right in there. I think you can go in. Check that out. Yeah, get in there and be quiet. Well, looks like they're modeling. They're learning to model.
Yeah. They're doing a modeling seminar. So right now they're teaching them about walking with posture. And then once they're all done their seminar, then we'll start doing hair and makeup for them for the fashion show after.
Wow. Are these all going to be the models?
Yeah.
Oh, so there you guys go. They're practicing the model right now. There is a fashion show here later on. As you did hear the lady speaking. Candace, back in her prime, was a model.
Yeah.
In the late 90s, the early 2000s. He did Walkway in Saskatoon and Warman.
I'd show them my moves, but it's kind of forgot some of it.
But that's pretty awesome. That's kind of what's going on here, you guys, here at the Youth Summit now. Right now in front of me, I got Thurin Flurry doing it. Candace is actually
You
showing
guys
you.
are makeup?
Yeah, hair and makeup. So we're hair and
Candace is
makeup.
showing you
It's the
the
hair lady. It's makeup over there.
Candace is actually showing you the youth there practicing the model who will be modeling tonight. So pretty cool stuff. Candace, what's your thoughts?
I think I want to learn some good stuff from this lady here.
You want to say,
Hold
let's
this
go?
camera for me. I'll show you how.
So look at you. Times have changed. Just kidding.
Yep.
When I was younger, we used to walk like this.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. A whole bunch of them.
There
Is that Ashley Calling Bull or who's that? Who's the teacher?
I don't know who that is. What's her name? Do you know her name? No.
She's Heather Boucher's assistant.
Heather Bouger's assistant.
She's one of the designers.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, so you guys stay tuned tonight as we will be going live with the fashion show here tonight. There may or may not be a sighting of Candace Poorman on the runway. We will see. That is yet to be seen. We're still negotiating financial terms.
I'm gonna go to the next place. If there's another
All
one.
right, we're gonna go to the next place. Now we're going to the other breakout session here. Where are we going, Candace?
I don't have
Where
the
we go?
agenda with me. What's the next one? 8?
Yeah, A.
Okay, I'm going to 8.
Good Candace on the left there, and then we got still Thurin Flurry here. If you guys want to come and meet him, we're at Saskatoon Inn. He's doing a meet and greet right now, and guys can come and visit the legend himself, Thurin Flurry. Candace is on the lookout right now for the next breakout room. Let's see here, Candace. I'll tell you where it is. What time are we at here? Fashion, ballroom C, Canadian room, courtyard room, Manitoba room. Oh, those are all downstairs.
Downstairs?
Yeah, down there, some stuff going on. Well, maybe we'll come back to you here. We'll wait till you just go and find another room there, and we'll come back to you, and then wait till you're on. So we'll just wait till Candace finds another breakout room. But you guys stay tuned here. We got Thurin Flurry here once again here at the Saskatoon Inn. I think that's his wife there. There's the ladies getting some pictures. Excited to visit Thurin Flurry, childhood hero of mine, as I'm a big Calgary Flames fan. Can never go wrong when you cheer for the Calgary Flames. But yeah, like again, we're just gonna wait till Candace finds a room here, and it'll be in Candace. When you hear me, you're either looking for the ballroom C, Canadian room, courtyard room, Manitoba room, or the Brass Lantern. That is where you'll find some more breakout rooms. So once we get to Candace, once she finds her, we gotta come back to her. Maybe I can get Flurry here to interview. I'm not sure how he does things. It'd be cool to get him on here, but understandable if we can't. He did speak this morning at the thing, so people are just basically getting pictures with him and shaking his hand and telling a little story, or he's telling a little story, whatever happened. So Got some more. Oh, what's happening here? My laptop is booting up. So I hope you guys are enjoying this live stream of the QBOW thing. Oh, I think we're gonna bring Candace on here. Candace, what you got?
The beating room.
Meeting room. All right, let's see it here. Show us around here. Candace, a former world champion beater
Yeah.
here.
What do you guys
If you
beat
guys
it
are
at?
watching,
No idea.
Earrings.
Oh, they're making
just,
earrings.
just so you guys know, the lady holding the camera is a former world champion beater. She's humble. 2020 to
You're making
2022
a lanyard.
world champion, Candace Poorman beater. So what are they making, Candace?
This one's making a lanyard, and so is she. And she is making earrings.
Nice. Got Curtis Cameron here as well, going around doing the awesome job as he always does, promoting Indigenous events
What are
and
you making?
making ugly things like me beautiful.
Oh, you're making earrings, you? Oh, these are beautiful colors.
Wow.
All the
Nice.
supplies.
So all the youth are beating a little project right now?
Yes, they are. Are you the facilitator?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Joanne.
Yeah, she ran away. Her name is Joanne. She's a facilitator.
Hi, Joanne.
She ran away.
Did she?
Yes, she's over there in the burgundy.
All right. So there's all the youth there that QBOW has brought from, what reserves are we representing here?
Where are you from? Wapayton.
Wapayton. Anyone from Standing Buffalo?
Is anyone from Standing Buffalo here? I don't know.
So we got some Nietzsche Gear shirts as well that Kendall Netmaker has given here to the conference.
Where are you guys from? Pelican Arrows. Pelican Arrows.
Pelican Arrows. We got Standing Buffalo, Wapayton,
It's from Beardy's.
Beardy's, and
This little
Okamasis.
man's from Edmonton, he said.
Edmonton. Is he a Calgary Flames fan?
No.
Why?
He's from Beardy's. Yeah, I guess I'm sorry. Yeah, pick any color.
I can grab needle.
What are you
As
planning
you
on
guys can
making?
see, Candace is taking over.
Lanyard?
Are you guys enjoying the conference right now?
Yeah.
Right on.
Wait if I could swim.
What did you guys think of Theron Fleury's speech this morning?
Oh, it was awesome.
Nice. Well, that's what it's all about, is learning and greeting and meeting. As QBOW is putting on another awesome event here. Live at Saskatoon Inn Center here at Saskatoon Inn. Saskatoon. How would you say that there in that movie? Saskatoon. Maybe we'll bring one of our mental health therapists on line.
Yeah.
All right, so Candace is going to take us around here in the beating room. Everyone's beating. Let's go sit down and chat with somebody here. Have a seat. Have a tea. Right there. Have a seat. See what everyone's up to.
These ones are on a mission. What are you guys making? Oh, lanyards. Oh.
Beating your hand?
Yep.
I guess we can beat anything.
Yeah. There's no beads in that thread, though. Okay, I'm gonna go to find a different one.
What's that?
I'm gonna go find a different.
All right, let's chit chat. Okay. All right. So we're going to come back here. We'll go back to Candace here in a bit here, but back to Theron Fleury here doing the meet and greet. If you guys want to come meet him, we are at Saskatoon Inn here in Saskatoon, obviously. Little chilly outside in our area, in the Treaty 6 area of North Saskatoon here right now. It's minus, I think, 40 or something like that. The sound guy next to me is minus 33 with the wind chill. Or colder. It was like minus 44 last night, eh? Yeah, minus 38 with the wind chill right now. It's a little chilly. A little chilly. But yeah. It's Saskatchewan, it's Canada, we're used to it. Like again, I hope you guys are enjoying this live broadcast here at QBOW. We're just waiting to Candace finds another breakout room for us. If you guys are interested in having your event streamed here, you can get a hold of me on IOPS. Just inbox the page. All my information as well, all over my page or all over my YouTube channel. Try to bring a different perspective as well. Like, I'm going to get some of these youth here I do want to interview as well. Let's just see how they're enjoying it. But it's like she might have found a room.
Skunk squirted rabbit, and rabbit is so mad. She's got stinky fur now. She's saying that skunk shouldn't live in the forest anymore. Oh, that's not nice to say. I know. Well, I gotta go now. So mouse leaves and beaver swimming in the lake, and all of a sudden, beaver comes down. Oh, is that you swimming?
I think this is storytelling.
Yeah. What are you doing
winter
so late?
stories.
Oh, I heard some ruckus going on. Oh, I was just getting some news from Mouse. Oh, yeah, what is that? Oh, apparently a skunk squirted rabbit and skunked up her fur, and she's really angry. She's saying that skunk shouldn't live in the forest, and she shouldn't be saying things like that. That's not her job. I know. Well, I think my little ones are calling me. Gotta go. Okay. So Beaver went flying up in the tree, and was just watching the lake, and Beaver went back to her down. Oh, Beaver thought that wasn't a very nice thing for rabbits to say about skunk. And then Bear came along, he's trudging the forest. And Eagle looked down. Hey, Bear, what you doing? Oh, just coming out to see if there's any fish. A little hungry tonight. Oh, did you hear the news? No, what happened? And rabbits got sprayed by skunk, and she's telling everybody that skunk shouldn't live in the forest. Oh, that's not good. And it went on and on. All the animals were shouting. Skunk sprayed rabbit. Oh, she stunk up rabbit's fur. And all of a sudden, little skunk was crying. So Sappy Chuck was walking towards the kids crying. He was looking. Is that you, skunk? Yeah. And she came out. Oh, skunk, what's the matter with you? Everybody's mad at me. I sprayed because they get mad, and we're trying to protect myself. Oh, Sappy Chuck. Well, you know what? He said, I can help you. He said, sit on my lap. He said, people can't see you because you're so black and you walk out at the night. He said, I'll help you. So he picked up some dandelions. And what he did is he took the dandelion stem and he really squeezed it. All that white milk came out. It was nice and sticky. So it stayed on the skunk's fur. And from that day on, the skunk still wears the dandelion milk on her back. And that's how skunk got her white stripe. But in that story too, that dandelion has so much medicine for us. And one of the medicines, you teenage boys and teenage girls, your skin is prone to a lot of acne and pimples because your hormones are changing. In the summertime especially, but you have to use dandelions that have them in spray. You want to do healthy medicine with dandelion. And you wash your face at night, and then you milk that dandelion milk and you put it on your pimples or where you have problems on your face, and you let it dry overnight and you wash your face in the morning. That's the medicine because the dandelion milk has a little acid in it, natural acid. And that acid helps eat the oils of the pimples. And I remember I shared that story with some teenage boys, and one teenage boy said, Mrs. Meyer, you know what? He said, that really works. And I said, I know it works because it's an acid. But dandelion you can drink as a tea, and it helps get rid of your, especially girls on moon time, it helps get rid of the water in your body. Or if you feel really stuffed and bloated, a cup of dandelion tea will help you pee more, so it cleanses your water in your body. So dandelion has lots of medicine. And even when we eat the dandelion leaves too, it's very healthy for us. I'm running out of time here, so I want to share one more story with you before you leave. And this story, like I said, Creator created the human being. And he gathered all the animals in the animal world. And he said, I'm going to create the human being now. And all the animals were so, they're so lucky. And he said, I'm giving them 4 gifts. He said, I'm going to give them the physical. And he said, then I'm going to give them a mental part, a brain they can think with. And the animals said, will they be smarter with us? And the Creator said, maybe they'll think they're smarter than you, but they'll think differently. And he said, then I'm going to give them emotions where they can talk about how they feel. Then I'm going to give them a spiritual gift. And he said, but I have this other gift, he said, and I don't know what to do with this gift. And he held it out. And all the animals looked at it. He said, I need help with this gift. And the Creator held it out. All the animals. And then all of a sudden from the north, all the animals separated. And this animal came up. And it was buffalo. And buffalo held his head up high. He said, Creator, he said, there are thousands of us buffalo brothers, he said. We're ready for the humans, he said. Give us the gift. He said, we'll carry it through the plains and we'll run forever. He said, we'll never let them find the gift. He said, they'll have to look for it forever. And the Creator said, buffalo. He said, thank you for being so wise and so generous. He said, but you know what? He said, someday, he said, you're going to be abused by the humans. He said, they'll almost make you extinct. And he said, that's what they'll do with that gift when they find it. They'll abuse it and they'll make it almost extinct. And buffalo held his head low and he walked back to the north. And even to this day, buffalo still hangs his head low. All of a sudden, from the east, the eagle. And Creator held his arm out. Eagle! The eagle landed. Everybody wanted to know what Eagle said, because Eagle is so bright and wide. Eagle said, give me the gift, Creator. He said, I'll hide it in the highest of the sky world. He said, the humans will never find it. And Creator said, someday, Eagle. He said, humans will be on this world. He said, they will think. And they'll think of ways to fly. And they're actually going to fly higher than you. And he said, they'll find that gift. And he said, they'll honor you. They'll honor that gift, but they won't share it with everybody. But he said, thank you, Eagle. So Eagle flew off. And they thought, wow, Eagle is the wisest of all. And they looked around. They thought, who's left to help Creator? All of a sudden, from the east, the crowd separated. There was Bear. Bear said, give me the gift, Creator. I'll hide the gift. He said, I'll hide it in our deepest cave where the humans can never find it. And Creator said, Bear. He said, someday the humans will disrespect you. And they're going to dig into Mother Earth. And they're going to dig deeper than you can ever dig. And he said, they'll find that gift. And he said, we don't know what they'll do with that gift. And Bear said, oh, so sorry. And even today, Bear still hides because he was ashamed that he couldn't help Creator more than he did. All the animals looked at each other and said, who's going to help Creator? Who's going to help Creator? And all of a sudden, Creator heard laughter. There was lots of laughter. All the animals laughing. They were all looking down at the ground. And there was a little path, and Creator was looking. There he was from the south. Little mouse. And Creator held his hand out. And little mouse crawled at his arm. And he was whispering to Creator's ear. And Creator said, just smiling around. He said, what's he telling you? What's he saying? And he held the mouse out. He said, mouse, he said, you, the smallest of all the creatures, yet the wisest. And the creature said, what did he tell you? What did he tell you? What are you going to do with the gift? And the Creator said, the mouse said, when every human is born, they leave my world. They have 1 foot in the Creator world, 1 foot on Mother Earth world. When they take that breath before they enter Mother Earth's world, we'll put the gift deep inside them. each human will carry that gift. We call it the plan. So you all carry that gift, and every human's been born with that gift, thanks to Moses' plan. So when Creator sends the gift to be born on Mother Earth, you all each have that gift inside you. Some will know your gift right away. Some of you will know you're a gift to be a doctor. You're a gift to be a teacher. You're a gift to be just a father, just a mother, whatever it is, but you have that gift. But what these animals are trying to teach you is take care of that gift because the Creator only gave you the gift once. Don't use drugs. I'm drug-free, I'm alcohol-free, I'm tobacco-free. And I love to share that story with my grandchildren, with you all too. And I share my gift. I knew from a little girl, I knew my gift was to be a teacher and a storyteller. And I used my education because a long time ago, our people believed and depended on the buffalo for the meat, for the clothing. And now we have no more buffalo to depend on. The buffalo is our education. So you need your education. And at one time, we were able to fight the white men with bows and arrows. We can't do that anymore. Our bows and arrows, we have to trade in for pens and pencils and paper. And we fight with our grades, we fight with words. And that's why we're winning a lot of court cases now, because our young people are being trained to fight with words. So that's how we need to use our knowledge. So that's the gift the Creator gave us. And each one, every one of you, we need to make choices. I see so many young people choosing drugs, choosing to go into gangs, choosing to go into alcoholism. And it's because we're still hurting. You need to find yourself. So I share that story with you, and I hope you carry that story with you so you can find your gift and you can be successful for yourself and to help other relations around you. So with that, I say thank you, and a little bit over time to have your little break. Again, I'm Sharon Meyer from Beardy's Okamasa's Cree Nation, and I thank you very much for sharing with my story today, and I hope you take a little bit of teaching with you today and share the teachings with you and anyone you can. Thank you very much for listening. Baby, that's one big dog.
He was going off in a room by himself.
Aww.
So he needed to use the bathroom.
Right.
Let's go talk with the storyteller.
Okay, just give me a moment.
All right.
I don't know if they'll come listen to me.
Yeah, you're here now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to you then too.
What kind of story are you telling?
Pardon?
What kind of story are you telling?
Oh, it's December.
Oh,
Right on.
Hi.
Thank you.
Okay, you want to talk to her?
Thank you. Thanks for listening.
All right. Hey, hi, you're live here. My name's Nathan.
I
You're
just
live on the IOPS channel.
want to make sure that stories get shared. And I kind of share stories from books that I've learned, share stories that I've learned from elders, and share stories that I've learned in ceremonies as well. So I try my best to share my stories as best as I can. But I like to use puppets because it brings children. And, you know, puppets, everybody has a child in them, eh? And the puppets bring the child out from within us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. But thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So we have puppets there. We still have Flurry here doing a meet and greet.
What's your name?
And
Dr. Leo Manny.
Oh, there's Dr. Leo Manny?
Oh, Manny.
Oh, Manny.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Walk Faith.
Walpaiton, Dakota Nation. He's going to tell stories next.
Yeah, we'll wait
Wait.
for some people for a while.
Yes. Gonna have to wait for the
What time
people
do
to
you
come
start?
in.
Oh, it's supposed to start
can
right
you
after.
hear me?
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear him.
Hi, Doctor. So yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself here, as we are live here on IOPS YouTube and Facebook page, and we have some watchers here interested and keen to know what you're all about.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell stories about what my late mom told me about my grandparents and great grandparents growing up, as well as I what I learned through my lifetime growing up. So I can tell them the story about how my late mom would always remind me that when I was born, she had taken me back home, and she went to a feast, and one of our spiritual elders at the time had picked me up and said I was going to learn a lot about the white man's paper. This boy's going to learn a lot about the white man's paper and will help our people out a lot. So over my lifetime, that's kind of what I've strived for. So I grew up hunting, fishing, trapping, and I wound up working also in the logging industry, cutting posts and rails, and then went into farming. Eventually went into university and earned a teaching degree, a master's degree, and a PhD. So that I carry, and so what the elder predicted was right. And now I'm just kind of sharing these stories that will be coming from a traditional sense, using contemporary means. So
Mhm.
so that's I'm going to be waiting on some people now to arrive and what do you call that? So I thought I'd share that with you. It's about our Dakota Oyate Dakota people. So and what we understand about Inamaka, Mother Earth, and creation as it is, and stories behind those things. So that's the best I can tell you at this time.
Well, thank you, and hi for those little words there, and I'm sure everyone will be looking forward to hearing the stories that you have learned and are gonna pass on down.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Okay.
Amba Washtano.
Oh, Hannah.
That's all I know.
He's in
Yeah.
the ballroom B.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
you were filming this. I didn't realize
it's
somebody was at
live.
the other end.
It's live.
No, we're live right now, and people are watching you, and they were listening to your stories as you were talking. So yeah.
Oh.
So Candace here, she's a world champion beater, and she's actually handling the camera today, and she's going around all the ballrooms here and finding out what's happening.
Oh, good.
So is there anything you would like to add on to the viewers? Tell them about really quick who you are and what you were talking about. I seen you talked about the Eagles.
Yeah, my name is Sharon Meyer. I'm a status member of the Beardy's Okamasis Cree Nation. I'm from the Thomas family originally, and I was an educator, a proud ITEP grad for many years. I've been a teacher. I've been a principal for 10 years. And so gathered lots of stories and went through lots of ceremonies and elder teachings. Learned stories through ceremonies and learned stories through just being around the elders and knowledge keepers. And, there's many published stories now that are used in the classrooms too, but I like to tell them orally. And then when I tell them orally, I'll tell the kids like, oh, this is from this book, so the kids can read the legends and that because a long time ago, our people were punished for sharing stories, through residential school and that. So a lot of elders are uncomfortable of publishing stories. So now we have many books about legends and that, and like how mouse got brown teeth or how birch bark got its stripes, that kind of thing. So you can read books to the kids. But I like to tell them orally, and I like to use puppets because it really helps the kids get into the stories better. And who doesn't love a puppet? Doesn't matter if you're 10 years old or 50 years old.
Yeah.
So I like to use my puppets, and it just brings the stories more alive. And I really like to create the imagination in the kids, because I tell the kids, I said, would you want to listen to storyteller comes in and said, I'm here, I'm going to share a story. And it's about a mouse, but I like to give a lot of life to stories, a lot of humor, and the kids, they just love to laugh. I love the reaction of the children. I just did some storytelling for OTC, the Office of Treaty Commissioner, on Zoom. That was my first time using puppets on Zoom. I didn't know if I was too close to the camera or where it was, but I had 199 sites come in. And then I was at another conference presenting about my medicine wheel teaching. And the two ladies were in the audience. They came to me, they go, we didn't realize, we thought your voice was so familiar, and we didn't realize that we had our classroom listening to your stories. And they said the kids were very into the stories, even on Zoom. So I thought, I must be doing a good job then.
Yeah. Puppets work.
Yeah, puppets work, yeah. But thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. I got a really quick question. You brought up Zoom. Can you hear me? A really quick question about Zoom. I'm glad you brought that up. We're in an age right now, like right now, how we are. We have you on camera. We brought the camera in. You were telling stories, and you just said you were on Zoom, and you had like 200 people watching. What are your thoughts on bringing the podcast world live streaming to tell more stories and get our stories out there more? What are your thoughts? Do you like it?
I
Should there be a
actually have a
hybrid?
site. I work for Northeast School Division, and I have it's called Cookum's Gathering, and I have 13 legends on there that have been recorded, and
Uh-huh.
the teachers love that because I try to keep them curriculum related so they can fit in the curriculum. And we also have Cookum Helen, who
Yep.
works for the Regina Museum. And she has about 17 legends in the Royal Museum site. You can go into there and there's legends of how things came to be. And teachers are using that. And that's where we have the most influence, not just for our own people, but because of the spirit of reconciliation. Everybody wants to learn about our stories and our legends. And I think, you know, if it's appropriate and it's appropriate stories, I think it's okay to share that way because people are really hungry to learn about our legends and to learn about First Nation people as well. So I think the storyteller has to know what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And I think that's the way to go now because we're in a media world, technology world, and this is just a different way of sharing our stories and spreading our knowledge. As long as we really honor the First Nation, where the First Nation story came from, and we're still honoring that people in that nation. So because it's their teachings that we're sharing. Yep. Yeah. Hope that
Awesome. I know that
right.
opens it up, and I thank you for your feedback on that.
All right. Thanks. All right. Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Well, leave Candace here while she goes and finds another room to check out on here. Once again, you guys, we're going to take a little 2-minute break here. We got Thur and Flurry here at Saskatoon here in Saskatoon on this beautiful Wednesday, February 22, 2023. Well, that's a lot of but you guys stay tuned. The conference will resume here very shortly. I think at 1 o'clock. What time are we at? 2 o'clock. It'll be resuming. And let's see what we got coming up here. We have winter stories again. Fashion show will be from 2:50 to 3:35. We have Nolan here. I think might step on the runway and come out of retirement. We're not sure yet. Still discussing financial terms here. As we know, models do cost a lot of money for their time to show their beauty. But we also have the youth here in the next room here are going to be modeling out clothes. I'm not sure who the fashion designers are going to be. But fashion show here. Then we have Linda Obe LaValle. She'll be doing basic traditional medicine teaching. In the courtyard room, we have winter stories again for the Wood Mountain side. Beating and Paulette Patra for the Two-Spirited People. So once again, I'm going to put you guys on some music here, but stay tuned. We'll keep the camera on good old Thur and Flurry here. We'll be back, though.